Another question, how do we minister to interfaith couples and to those who want to maintain their Christian roots and beliefs? Well, the major way we minister to interfaith couples is to affirm and even celebrate, once again, that we really do value religious diversity here, in our congregations and in our homes. We are not a religion which decries marrying outside of the faith, and we are not a religion which encourages adherents to pressure their spouses to agree with them in matters of faith. It's a huge universe out there. It's okay with us if people study and ponder and come to different understandings of the truth. So we say, come as you are, believing as you do, with or without your spouse. No pressure, no shame, no problem. And whether your spouse comes or not, we hope that you and the ones you love talk about how the truth speaks to you and how you live that out in your life. That's what makes for close relationships, and that's the kind of conversation that helps us grow. As for maintaining Christian roots and beliefs, that's harder, especially in our smaller congregations. Now, of course, there are Christian Unitarian Universalists. There are whole churches full of them. Many of those international Unitarians and Universalists have a decidedly Christian bent. They are non-creedal, they welcome diversity, but their programming is basically Christian. There are a few such churches here in the United States, almost all of which are descendants of the historic New England Unitarian Universalist churches, which broke off from the faith of their Pilgrim builders in the early 19th century. Anybody can join. There's no creed, but the sermons are biblically based. The prayers mention Jesus. They baptize babies, if that's what the parents want, into their little liberal corner of the Christian faith. They're Christians without the Trinity, Unitarians, and usually Christians without hell, Universalists. These churches maintain a group called the UU Christian Fellowship, the UUCF, which has a website, lots of interesting information. Most UUs who lean towards Christianity or who cherish their Christian roots live outside of the very few cities in New England which are served by Christian UU churches, and they have to manage in UU congregations which have a more general bent to them. Sometimes there's a chapter of the UUCF or a prayer group or a study group in these churches. Sometimes these folks just have to make do. Oftentimes, our UU Christians are spouses of our more humanist or transcendentalist or Buddhist style UUs. Those spouses would really not be welcome in other Christian churches, and therefore the couple comes here. And what the UU Christians find when they come here is the uncomfortable fact that many UUs, perhaps even most UUs, are not just not Christians. They are ex-Christians. Christianity was the faith of their childhood. It quit working for them, and they moved on. Sometimes they took heat for that from their families. I've even met UUs who were more or less tried for heresy and thrown out of their childhood or family churches. Even folks who don't have that kind of burden of pain often feel like they were somehow duped as kids, and they still feel angry about their Christian roots. And part of what we do as Unitarian Universalist churches is help people lay down those burdens of pain and anger so they can take the good from their childhood religious past and leave the rest behind. But that takes time, and we don't always succeed. And our UU Christians often feel the brunt of this anger towards Christianity, which simmers under our surface. Sometimes they feel like they have to stay in the closet with the Republicans. Sometimes they get tired of being the butt of jibes and jokes and people's angers and bad memories. Now, all this closet stuff, this is really seriously against our values. We do not believe in closets. We believe in the diversity of opinion. We understand that people are different. Our view of truth is that it is too large for any one person to have a handle on, be they Christian or Democrat or feminist or libertarian or atheist. These are all handles on a partial truth. We appreciate the possibility that people express themselves with different words and have different kinds of religious experiences. We think that a conversation between people who believe different things can edge them both towards a larger truth. This is a no-closet congregation. Or it should be, if we were really living out the values which we espouse. That's something to think about. And if you want a really edgy answer to the question, what's this church all about? Maybe that no-closet congregation is your best bet. No closets. We're here for everyone who can live and let live, believe and let believe, and let work for the truth that shines in their hearts. It's a rich and wonderful challenge.